Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of a gaming podcast, episode 111. Look at that.
Oh, let's go.
Triple ones, or episode 3 if you want to add them on. Like, I don't know, spam math. Anyway, episode 111. Steve, how are you doing? Fresh from the Game Awards.
Yeah. It's been, hi, Camille.
Hi, Camille. Returning star Camille.
Yeah.
Hi, you guys.
I had to turn you all
now,
the way up. Yeah, we're recording already, so you're good. Yeah.
Never mind. Hello.
Are you able to turn your mic up by any chance?
Oh, is my mic? I'm using this. Wait, let me just.
Yeah, it's like really, really, really low.
Really low? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all good.
Let me see.
You might have to go to like Windows settings and like you can adjust your mic from there, like mic volume. But in the meantime, Steve, how are you?
Yes, I'm tired. It's been a crazy week. Yes, I did just get back from the Game Awards and also my birthday.
Happy birthday once again.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was fun, but it was also like I was ready to come home and just sleep. I mean,
it was a quick turnaround. You were just there for like a day and a half, maybe.
It's about like 48 hours ish total. So there was that, but and I will admit, like there was not a lot of people at the Game Awards as there has in years past. Like if you've ever been there, you know that the JW Hotel, which is next door to the where the Game Awards is, usually after the Game Awards, that hotel lobby is packed, and you can fit like a good, probably close to 1,000 people in that lobby. Like that's how big this lobby is, and usually it's really packed. This year, not really. Like you could kind of walk through it pretty much and do a whole round with it like pretty easily. Like the bars were busy, but it just seemed as if like our usual friends of stuff like there were
how many people went. Like, I know like the kind of funny crew, they all watched back in San Fran. So
I think there was also like a few after parties that I think a few folks were at. So maybe like there was a bit of that too. But I mean, overall, the awards were good. I got to basically sit close to the front this time. I was in the fourth row.
Spotted early.
Apparently, I have no idea where I was because people kept saying that they saw me, but they didn't send me a screenshot, so I had no idea.
Well, to be fair, the whole Xbox crew, they took the front row.
They did.
I saw all of them there. I was like, oh, there's Aaron, there's Jeff. I was like, that's the whole Xbox crew right there. They got the whole front row. Yeah.
And then, but I was in the fourth row on the orchestra right. So basically across the aisle from where I was sitting was the Expedition 33 folks. So there was that. But that was really cool to be able to see them like basically win pretty much almost everything that was there that night.
We got some discussions about that. That's for sure.
Oh boy. I think Expedition 33 definitely deserved. I think that. Well, actually, no. We'll get to that in the discussion. I was happy that for accessibility, Doom: The Dark Ages won. That is a game that I did actually get to work on, and I got to chat with Marty Stratton, who was the studio head of vid Software at the Game Awards, and it was great to be able to kind of celebrate with him a little bit, and overall it was a good time. It was actually, I think the awards were actually better organized than previous years. Like there was a lot more theatrical elements to it this year, with a lot of people in costumes and people being thrown up into the air by wires, which was cool. And then I think that I love the fact that the celebrity cameos actually made sense. Like instead of having like Al Pacino being like, my kids play Fortnite, the celebrity cameos actually either had something that basically like they were announcing a game or they were a part of a game at some point, and then they got to help be a part of the announcement, and then they got to present an award, which I thought was a very cool, much better paced.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to go too much into it because we started to introduce Camille, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry. That was just from my perspective of being there. Yeah. It's all good. Okay.
Camille.
Hello.
Just so you know, if you're touching your mic, it does make noise. Just so you know.
Okay. Is this better? Is this sound better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was like trying to I don't know.
No,
I was
you're
like,
good.
is
You're
it
good.
okay?
You're good.
Will not touch my mic. Yeah, I'm doing good. I enjoyed watching the Game Awards from home, but I did have FOMO. But then I saw a lot of people didn't go, so I was like, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
But when I saw you, Steve, I wanted to be there with you.
Aw.
Yeah.
I would have loved to seen y'all there. I think that would have been a blast. Basically, just getting to hang out in LA. But I understand it was not everyone could be able to make it out. I mean, to be honest,
you
I
were
was.
busy.
Yeah, there was that.
But
Oh, and I've been
you-
enjoying the snow.
Yes. What have you been playing, Camille?
Honestly, I've been playing a lot of Tetris again. Like they just had an Air Riders event in Tetris 99.
Oh, that's right.
So I've been playing that. I was supposed to go deep into some Tetris hosting a little bit, but life events kind of interrupted that, so I was missing out on another FOMO experience. So I was like, you know what? Let me just hop into some Tetris.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I need to catch up on a lot of games, like a lot.
Tons of games came out. Metroid came out. Agent Imprisonment came out as well. This is not a sponsor, by the way, but I'm hooked with these guys. VGP right here. This literally came in today, and I got myself. What did I get this time? That's not a sponsor. I'm telling you right now. All right.
You keep talking about him a lot, though.
It might
It's like
be-
not a
it might have to
sponsor.
It might have to become a sponsor for us, but I had to get myself a little Metal Gear. Solid physical case, and Shin Megami as well. So
nice.
engine. So
Nice.
I heard a lot of good Switch 2 performances with those. And talk about Switch 2, Final Fantasy 7 remake demos available. So if anyone wants to check that out on Switch 2, go check that out. But with that being said, now the Game Awards. Now I do have a question. Do you think Xbox got a sweet deal to have Clear Obscure on Game Pass? Because they're like, hey, yeah, we'll put your game on Game Pass, not knowing it will take 9 awards out of 11.
Yeah.
They had to get a sweet deal. Like, there's no way they're like, all right, this game's gonna be something amazing. They're like, all right, whatever, we'll give you the standard menu number 1 offer from Game Pass. Because if they knew what was gonna happen with Clear Obscure, there's no way they probably be like, hey, we need a little bit more Xbox, a little more dollars for this.
I feel like the team didn't even know what's going to happen. So no way they got a deal. Like, I mean, yeah, they got a deal because they probably just gave like the regular stuff that they do to games for Game Pass. But I feel like, that's definitely after the Game Awards and just the year that it's had. It's like, that's a team you want to pay attention to and give them more love and encourage DLC content to be available. So Game Pass users will get it day one, so yeah, it's a team you don't want to ignore.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ask if you thought Xbox got a good deal for the tickets, the seat ticket.
Yeah.
And so,
what was that, Steve? Sorry, cut you off for some reason.
Oh, did it? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Basically, I was like, I would think so because they had, they did at least Xbox did pay for some commercials there at the Game Awards. So
Yeah.
I think
And then
personally,
they announced stuff before the show too, like South of Midnight randomly before.
oh yeah. It's
That was a
degree.
little odd. Yeah.
Maybe it's cheaper, like a cheaper.
I mean, it's
slot.
free. Could have just tweeted it out, and everyone's looking at Game Award announcements.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the way I see it, like I think that Xbox, but having Expedition 33 be on Game Pass, like I think it like Xbox paying them to be able to have that exclusivity to a certain degree, I think kind of would have helped Sandfall basically kind of get past that last little bit of help to be able to get the game out. Like that's or they locked that in early, being like, okay, here's a guaranteed amount of sales to be able to get you through this the budget to be able to create this game, because that's what happens with a lot of these games. That like if they get an Xbox Game Pass deal, that at least kind of takes a little bit of the financial burden off of them to be able to make sure that they sell their game at an X amount of units sold. So I think that definitely Xbox had a very big sort of stake in the game, but I don't think that they probably expected it to be as award winning as it was, especially that night. I'm sure that probably Phil was like, okay, good, phew, we got one. Because even though it's not necessarily an Xbox made game, at least it was an Xbox published game, which in essence, I guess that's their first-ish game of the year winner in many years at this point.
I guess well, let it count.
Yeah,
for
I guess
them.
they could claim it in a bit. Yeah,
which why don't you be at the game or even after the award show, be like, hey, playing the game of the year on Game Pass now. Game Pass is half off for the holiday season or whatever. There's a better opportunity to market that.
I feel like we'll see that. Well, I mean, yeah, but I also think that you can't say, put out a commercial unless they actually win Game of the Year. So they have to wait for the Game Awards. Now they can, and I feel like we'll probably be seeing that. But yeah, it would have been nice because they would have a whole week before, holiday push, people doing some holiday shopping, thinking of what to get. Some of their, friends, family that may have an Xbox, it's like Game Pass. You have the Game of the Year on Game Pass.
Exactly. And with Hollow Knight as well. I think they just announced 7 million sold. And then on top of Game Pass, that's probably 10 million players they have on that game.
Yeah. Xbox missed opportunity. Why are we not part of your marketing team?
Apparently, actually, they did. So I'm looking at Xbox's Twitter account. They have a tweet that says award-worthy games at award-worthy prices. Shop the Game Awards sale now. Save up to 50% off. And they promoted. It actually, the Expedition 33 isn't in this, but in this graphic. But they have FC.
That's the
Hold on, let me go into the actual sale to see if it's in here because that was. I'm reading this in real time, folks. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Not you. You're doing God's work right now. But what are they doing?
That they're doing for themselves.
What are they doing with their marketing? Yeah, no, it's weird. I would guess next year they should include that in their marketing campaign.
Oh yeah,
they made a controller. They made a Design Labs thing. You can really get a Design Lab version of Expedition 33. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Cool.
But
that will be the end of the clip. They made a controller.
That's it. Good job. Good job,
Xbox.
Great.
Yeah, because Game Pass for 3 months is half off now. We'll try Expedition 33 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's so weird. But you know what? Back to the Game Awards.
Yes.
Congrats to that team for taking that win and taking a lot of wins, and the fact that all the devs dressed up Parisian with bonnets on their head.
In baguette, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the dog was around too, right? There was a dog, wasn't there?
I don't remember.
There was actually, not in the auditorium, but there was one that was basically around outside of the theater because it was so dang cute. It was oh my god.
I saw pictures and I was like,
it was someone's support dog, and they dressed him up and they actually had a little baguette that you could hold in his mouth, and it was just so dang cute. With a beret and the shirt and everything. It was the cutest thing. Definitely the most photogenic anything that was outside of the awards for sure.
Yeah, and I think you guys probably talked about it, but it's such a tough category and a tough year because there are great games for there's so many great games this year, but they deserved it so much. And even the fact Adam, who has not even heard of Expedition 33, he was like, what is that game? That looks so cool. And it's just really good marketing for them overall, their team. And, just aside from the recognition from, the industry as a whole, I think also just having that recognition from people who are maybe more casual with games that are now hearing the name. It just takes me back to Xbox. Why are you not marketing?
Why are you not? This is so frustrating to me.
The casual audience that may want to play Game of the Year. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, they did one tweet. I did
unless because it's their publisher instead of developer, they don't want to like take the full thunder.
I would have had a sale ready to go, like Clear Obscure is like, hey, we are Game of the Year. If you're looking to get in now, guess what? There's a thank you DLC available now. Like even they promoted it on the day of. Like this game is hot. Everyone's
actually during their speech.
Everyone, even Compulsion Games, huge shout outs to them from a good Canadian studio. They're like, yeah, in case you didn't see it, South of Midnight's coming out on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch 2 in spring. Even that was an announcement. Like Xbox should have had something ready the next day. Like, hey, if we win Game Pass half off for a week, they could afford that. Like, come on, like, it's like even until the end of the weekend, while like everyone's buzzing around, like, what's this Clear game I keep talking about? Like, you mentioned, like Adam mentioned, like this game looks great. I never heard of it before. Well, guess what, Adam? You can get Game Pass. Try it right now for half off. You know, like I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm actually looking through the this Game Awards sale that they have that Xbox has going on right now, and I'm not seeing Expedition 33 anywhere in this. It's in alphabetical order, and I'm already past C, and there's nothing for E, and I'm like, yep, okay, so it's even maybe this not even on sale.
Maybe not the bottom 33. You got like a 33% off or something, like
you would think, right?
Fun. Anyway, was there any
are we going through like our favorite moments,
or I was going to go through right now, like what's our favorite moment from right off the show and everything? Donkey Kong Doug, that was your last award. Thanks for your service, Dougie. Thank you so much. We did get a picture this year with Dougie, but Camille, what was your favorite moment? Or we want to kick it off?
Props to Doug. I mean, there were so many. Like, firstly, I'm a huge fan of the Muppets. Like, I'm childhood fan of Muppets, Sesame Street. Still a fan as an adult.
Miss Piggy's taken by Keely.
I'm pretty sure Kermit was like, what? Like, did they get divorced? Like, did I miss something? Like, what happened?
Apparently, according to the Muppets lore, I guess, from the Muppet movie that Jason Segel kind of came out, I guess they've been separated, and because Piggy went off to France and Kermit stayed back in L.A. And so I don't know whether that got back together. You didn't realize that.
So apparently, I've been sleeping. I Googled this. I don't know. I've been sleeping in the past Muppets, I guess. I don't know. So apparently AI overview. So take this with a grain of salt. Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy did not get divorced because they were never married. They almost got married in, that
I don't know. I say they technically did because they did, they showed it at the end of Muppets Take Manhattan.
But anyways, the AI overview, take it with a grain of salt, is saying that they didn't get married, but they did end their romantic relationship in August 2015.
I think that basically I think that was around the time when the Muppets came out, the movie with Jason Segel.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
I would recommend watching it because it actually good. If you're a Muppets fan, it's so much it's filled with a lot of nostalgia, and it just it makes you miss the Muppets even more.
Okay, I think I'm
not
gonna
the
watch
biggest
it for
Muppet fan either, but I appreciate them and watch. I remember Muppet Babies and the show that they have when we were younger, and even when I watched this, I was like, damn, this is really good. This is a really good movie.
Yeah, and if you are a fan of Flight of the Conchords from way back in the day, one of the guys from that, Brett McKenzie, wrote the music for the movie too. So it's very well done. It's Camille. You will laugh.
I'm gonna put it on my holiday list. I'm gonna watch it, getting into all the holiday, not holiday, but feels because holiday is also the time for nostalgia. So things that felt good in your childhood, you usually watch around the holiday time. I'm adding that Muppet movie to my list. But
don't watch the sequel to that, Muppets Most Wanted.
I forgot about that one.
That was the problem. I watched Muppets Most Wanted, and I was like,
yeah, no, it's not good. It's not good.
No.
Because Jason Segel basically decided not to write it again, and it just it wasn't as good. But the first one of that, trust me, I think you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry in succession.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Did I lose?
I have no idea what happened. It's just paused.
When you said cry, Marcel had to go and take a cry. He was like, "Oh,
yeah." I was like, "So you disappeared," and then I disappeared.
This news, okay? Jeff's getting some bacon. I don't like this. All right,
but on it, like, so speaking of Jeff, I think that takes me to like there were so many great moments. So like, I feel like we could just all chime into like our great moments and like riffed off it. But I think for me is like, people criticize Jeff so much in terms of not having any emotions, being robotic. And for the tough year that he had, he spoke about losing his home to the wildfires, but also losing his father this year. Yeah. You saw how hard it was for him to even talk about that opening the show, and, you know, how he wanted to let everyone know that his dad is still with him and his mom in the auditorium by leaving that seat for him there. I think it was a very touching my brain. Very touching moment I think, you know, for people that criticize Jeff for whatever reason, whether you love him, you hate him, I think everyone was able to resonate with that feeling of like loss, but even having to still go through, you know, a normal year and carry on with what you have to do for work, right? I think it was just it was nice to see. I was actually really glad he included that moment.
I 100% agree, because like we always see him as the in quote unquote the ultimate hype person for gaming, and it's like, regardless of how you feel about Jeff and how he runs his shows and all that, like you forget that he's also a person, and definitely like losing his dad and losing his home in the same year, while he's still trying to be able to put on these shows and make it better each year. We forget that people have lives as well outside of how we see them in their public sort of stage presence. And so I was glad that he did that. Does it excuse like any of the issues that people have with him and the awards? No, but at least we got to see a little bit of like a side of Jeff that we normally don't get to see.
He pulled back the curtain, the curtain on who Jeff Keighley is. And, you know, I think for some people who've even, you know, met him, it's hard to separate the Jeff that's Jeff industry Jeff from the person Jeff, because
he usually is pretty private.
He is.
I don't think anybody knew about his home.
Yeah, I don't think I heard news about his home until he mentioned it there. The dad part,
with his dad too. I didn't even know that either. And so
I know he made a tweet with his dad. So
okay.
But the home part, I had no idea he lost a home. His home in the. I honestly, and then it's also sad to say, I honestly forgot the fire was this year. I don't know why I thought the fire was last year.
Can I tell you, this year has just flown by. Like every month seemed like it was half a year. Like it seemed like we've lived almost 10 years in this 1 year.
Look at December, already on the 16th. Like what?
Yeah, what's happening? But yeah, like, you know, I think, you know, to that point though, Marcel, like being in the gaming industry, how a lot of us interact is through online interactions, through news trends, through, you know, those highlights. It could move very, very fast. And again, with that moment with Jeff, I think it was just a reminder that, you know, we got to slow down sometimes, take a moment and remember that we are people, and we sometimes need time to address things, and we sometimes need time just to connect with people on a personal level.
So let him have fun, Miss Piggy. He needs some fun in his life. He
deserves a romantic getaway for
what happened in Bali. What happened in Bali?
He definitely wasn't born.
We want to know. Tell us, Jeff. What happened in Bali?
And apparently, Jeff's mom doesn't know either, right? He was like, his mom's right there in the audience.
I will say, minus, I think last year's like Statler and Waldorf like roasting him the entire night was still my favorite. So good. But like Piggy, I'm a huge
Miss Piggy fan though.
Like Piggy and Ralph just definitely like nailed it, and like this, like I loved it. Even the song that they made for the show, I enjoyed it immensely. Like it was like it was great. It was very well done.
But imagine even select. Sorry, Camille. Just imagine like even selecting that as something to make fun of me. That's wild and very brave for you to do. Be like, oh yeah, I'm having a love thing with a pig. Like that's crazy. Like, why would I voluntarily give you ammunition, especially that type of ammo? That's crazy.
But I mean, like, that's also, again, you know, your issues with Jeff. He brings a little bit of his own humor. Like, I think this show, he brought a little bit more of his humor and like playfulness with the audience, with the Muppets. I can't. I need to separate Miss Piggy and Jeff because I don't want to know what playfulness they're doing. But I'm wondering how the Muppets. Miss Keeley. That's Miss Keeley. Yeah, Piggy Keeley. But my thing is, like, I'm wondering, how are the Muppets going to escalate it next year? Like, what is going to be the thing? Are they going to do a whole... what if it leads to a video game? We need a Muppets video game.
I think so. I agree. But they have not. He has not had Kermit on the show.
The drama. I would love to see this drama build up next year.
Kermit basically being hopping mad against Jeff.
But it's also not Kermit. It's also not Kermit's like personality to get mad over something like this with Miss Piggy. Like, he'd play a little bit cool, you know.
True. I almost half expected at one point, basically Piggy grabbing Jeff's head and just like coming in for like a kiss or whatever.
Yeah.
I could see Jeff sort of like trying to be able to play along with it, but also like trying to, you know, keep his usually like his like just neutral demeanor and not really. I don't know. I think he could have had. I think he had more fun with it this year than it seemed in years previous. But I think he's just allowed. He just allows the Muppets to make fun of him, which is kind of I guess he likes it because he keeps.
Well, I mean, it's the Muppets. Like, if the Muppets say, "I want to make fun of you," you say yes. Like, it's the Muppets. It's the Muppets.
If you get roasted by the Muppets, you know you made it. Yeah.
Exactly. But another great moment, I feel like is a staple to the Game Awards. Flute Guy. I like that he got his own camera. They made sure to give Flute Guy his own camera.
He didn't get much love last year, I found.
Well, no, Flute Guy was still big. Like, the Game Awards didn't
last year.
But the Game Awards, I think, didn't highlight him, but the community still highlighted Flute Guy. He was still ripping. But this year, he unlocked New Game Plus, and he had a whole inventory of flutes that lasted a lifetime. Every time they cut to Flute Guy, he had a new flute and then a plumber's pipes. Like, what?
The night before or something like that?
Like, I was like, what is this pipe? And then the little one, you see the little itty bitty.
The little one, you can even see him behind his hands.
Not making a sound. That's not making a sound. Like, what are we doing?
No, it's the plumbing pipes for me. I'm like,
I'm almost awesome.
I'm like, is he also a plumber? What is happening here? But yeah, no, Flute Guy, he's always so enthusiastic, and I like that he's also playing into the recognition that he gets for being so passionate and so expressive while he's playing.
I want to get
like,
he puts out videos. Guy, though.
He puts
Clear
out
trumpet guy,
drum guy. Can we talk about drum guy?
Yeah,
drum guy.
We need to add some characters. We need drum guy, Claire trumpet guy, and the girl with the was she playing a guitar?
Something like that.
Something like that. Like, they need a show like on Amazon or something like that. Make it happen.
Make it happen. But yeah, there were so many celebrity appearances as well, which like
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz, which I mean, that's pretty cool because although Lenny Kravitz, you're like, what is Lenny Kravitz doing besides living on a farm? Which he does.
He's an island, I thought.
Well, it's an island farm. I don't know. He has a whole farm. And, I mean, if I was rich, I'd have a whole farm on an island too. So maybe he does. But it's pretty cool because it's like Lenny Kravitz, like, even though like he's kind of like not done his career, but like done his like full frontness in, the public eye. It's like made an appearance in the Game Awards because he's going to be in 007. Like, that is awesome. That is really cool.
I think Mila Jovovich. Like I said before, I think the celebrity cameos made sense this year.
Anyways,
she's a little older now. That's
she looks different.
No. Mila Jovovich? Is that what you think? Oh,
She looks
definitely
different.
looks different for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to love her. I still love her, but she looks different.
What? I still love her. You don't want her anymore? I'll have her. That's too bad for you. And then the lady from Stargate, what was her name? Because she's in the Canadian game. That, by the way,
Trisha
that was announced.
Trisha Helfer, yeah, she's
in Warlock, Dungeons and Dragons, made in Montreal, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, and that was my whole takeaway from the Game Awards. Is it's now like, and it's great how gaming is so mainstream. But now I'm finding the Game Awards is really for celebrity, like those celebrity moments. Like celebrities are invading the Game Awards, and whether you feel like bad or like good about that, I'm kind of like, it's good and bad in some cases. But it's just like we're seeing more celebrities show up time and time again and get more involved in gaming in terms of like we were talking off, or Steve, you were talking off the top, like they actually had announcements. Like they weren't just making appearances. They were involved in projects that are coming out, that have come out, or, you know, they had like something adjacent to it, right?
Evanescence, for God's sake.
Evanescence with Castlevania, the soundtrack that they've done for their songs in Castlevania, the Netflix show, right? But it's just interesting, and I think my whole theory of this, and I have no way to prove it because I'm not seeing behind the numbers of like box office, but we know the box office isn't doing well, and I think celebrities are seeing the opportunity in gaming and really starting to show up in our spaces, whether they're gamers or not. Of course, if you're the Mortal Kombat cast, they don't care about us gamers, which is why they weren't at the Game Awards, because they only care about money.
Well, this cast was there. I think that it was like a great announcement and a great place for Bill to release the first trailer for it, because we like it's obviously it's a video game franchise, but it's also like a staple in video game history. So to be able to have the trailer and the full cast be there, like
50 wasn't there. He's promoting his alcohol. He's promoting his alcohol.
His documentary elsewhere, but that's fine.
No, it's alcohol in Toronto. Remember, he was just here in the city at the LCBO promoting his new cognac. I think it is.
50 cents.
50 cent. 50 cent.
I thought that was I enjoyed that little that bit, because like you know when they have like a full cast come out, it can be kind of like stiff and awkward, but they all seem to have like fun. I mean, regardless of what you think of the politics of like say Andrew Schultz kind of like trying to be able to make like have that be like the Mortal Kombat joke or whatever.
I mean, like, the Mortal Kombat team though, the cast should play into that.
Yeah?
Like,
absolutely.
And sorry, go ahead, Steve. I'll pick up where you.
Literally all I was just gonna say was like I thought that was a cool moment and something that like. Because when we see award shows, when they have that, it's just awkward and stiff and uncomfortable. Whereas this was like, it was the perfect sort of opportunity to be able to have them, and they seem to have fun. They love being on stage. I got to acknowledge my tribal chief, which I was very happy about, and he saw me, and so I was very happy about that too. But it was, I thought that was great.
But it's such like a fighting game thing as well, like an FGC thing as well. Go ahead, Camille.
No, I was just going to say, like, usually you see them reading off teleprompters. That didn't happen. It genuinely seemed like they were having fun. Of course, they're actors, so maybe they were acting like they're having fun. I don't know, but I bought it. I bought into it. And I really...
video of them going to the show, and they were drinking a lot.
I think some other things played into effect with that. But I feel like, honestly, I bought it, that they're having fun. I think the Mortal Kombat team should buy into now this rivalry, because it's like building on like that 90s rivalry between Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, who would be the staple fighting game. But I also think can we talk about the trailer?
Yeah.
Can we talk about the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. I loved the trailer. I thought it was so good. However, people need to settle their expectations, because like for me, I love the trailer because it's cheesy. I love that one of the things I really love about what I'm seeing with this movie, they're actually doing the movesets of the characters in the movie. Like, and this is something that the 90s movie did as well, but of course the 90s one was cheesier. And I think this new movie is playing on that cheesiness. but is self-aware that it's cheesy, but
Yes.
the characters are taking themselves seriously. But even if it's cheesy, it's okay. So like, if you're looking forward to the Street Fighter movie, I don't think you should look to it as being like, it's going to be a hardcore Street Fighter movie. Exactly. It's like, you have to have your expectations. Like, just,
I think a lot of people
you
do
just
know
gotta
it's
go
going
and
to be
enjoy.
a cheesy, fun ride and everything. Like, you have Andrew Schultz playing a Japanese guy. With a lyric, his name is Dan Hibiki. He doesn't look Japanese to me.
Yeah, I mean, like already you saw like a little bit of the sort of the bickering or whatever back and forth, like with Jason Momoa and I can't remember the actor's name of playing Ryu, and so like Jason Momoa being like Ryu, it just kind of goes
like
Ryu.
Yeah.
And like that kind of cheesiness is something that I think that this movie needs to have. Like Mortal Kombat. Kind of have to be a little serious, like it has to have like kind of a little of that groundness. Yeah, it was kind of cheesy in the 90s, but like the modern Mortal Kombat movies have been a little bit more.
But it wasn't really cheesy in the 90s because it took itself seriously. It's just looking back on it, it's kind of cheesy. Whereas like the Street Fighter movie, they had to be aware that was cheesy even when you're watching it in the 90s. Yeah.
And it seems as if like they're playing it serious, but they got the style, I think, of it. Like the trailer made it seem as if like, I mean, we'll have to see another one because this very much was a teaser trailer, so we don't know. We haven't seen much of what this movie is going to be like, but I think they nailed the vibe of what a Street Fighter movie should be just from that trailer alone.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about how goddamn tall Zangief was? Like I was telling everyone. Jesus Christ!
Damn,
he's like 8 foot tall.
Who's playing him again?
I have no idea.
Oh my gosh! I know the face.
I can't imagine this guy like he's driving a smart car. There's no way he's getting inside that car. Jesus,
it'd be like a clown car.
Everyone and like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, they're not small men, but they're like kids.
I'm looking up. Okay, so apparently I think it's. Is it Oliver Richards? I don't know.
That name's too kind for a tall guy.
Hold on, because they've got his height here. I'm just putting it in. Dear God, he's 7'1".
Jesus.
It is Oliver Richards. Your name's too small for a giant.
He's a Dutch bodybuilder and actor, apparently. Which I guess makes sense.
Jason Momoa is not a small guy either. Like, and he's like tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently he was in the Black Widow movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though.
There you go.
But still, I mean, like honestly, I think that kind of works for Zangief. To be
yeah. I mean, he was doing his Skull Crusher, like.
Yeah.
In the trailer, like that. Honestly, that was the standout for the trailer. They're actually doing the movesets like very true to the game, which it's going to be. And even how they had the car and them beating up on the car.
Yes. Even the logo for the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it looks sick.
It looked like an arcade version of it. Yeah.
Where's Sagat? Yeah,
right
from Street Fighter 1.
Where's our tiger uppercut? I don't know.
Tiger knee, damn it! He's the main villain of Street Fighter 1.
I don't know I don't know how well it translated on screen as compared to like when it was in the theater, but each time each one of them were announced, like they had like a whole animated title card with all their characters, and it was very much in that kind of like that perfect style, and so you got to see basically what they all looked like, and then behind the screen you saw there was basically the character select screen, which was great. Which I think they just nailed the vibe of that whole segment. I think that's kind of what added to it. And whoever
it's also sorry, go ahead.
No, I said like literally last thing I was gonna say was like whoever produced that segment definitely deserved a raise because they nailed it perfectly.
Like they need to do like more like game oriented like movies or even just like I love I get it, Jeff. You got to get your money from all the gacha games. Can we throw in some like movie ads in between so I know I'm like, okay, this is not for me. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me go get a snack. Sometimes some of the commercial ads, I'm like, wait, I'm actually interested in that game, unless it's some gacha game or something like that. But like, or throwing a Tide ad, something, I don't know, man. Like
Tide ad.
Like a Tide ad or a Burger King, something.
No, please, no, none of that. But yeah, I'll take the video game, TV, and film, adaptation, commercials, trailers. Drop them here. But also, yeah, that stylization. That's all I wanted to say. The character posters also brought in what you think. Because obviously the characters look so true to the characters in the game, but also brought the vibe of Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
Like it's
100%.
also modern Street Fighter, which I think it's going to be really cool as well. Like I just like how Capcom because obviously they have some say in the movie and the vision of how the movie is stylized. I just like how it just seems more cohesive. Like sometimes when you have video game adaptations, you're just like, where's the vibe from the game? What's happening here?
And what I also want to add as well? Yeah. They put their game half off after that announcement.
Really? Xbox.
Wow.
Xbox, what are you doing?
I'm just saying, you can get Street Fighter 6 for half off.
On Friday morning,
right now.
On Friday morning, the Xbox team should have had someone editing a video for Claroscura and putting that out there.
That's fine.
Yeah. I will say, as a side thing before we get off the Street Fighter, Jason Momoa had a really good day that day. Because not only was the trailer for Supergirl come out with him being as Lobo, and then also announcing the Street Fighter trailer, for Blanca, he had a really good Thursday for him. So
next year he has 3 movies coming out.
Does he?
Because Fast and Furious.
Oh, right. And then Supergirl and Street Fighter and Supergirl. Wow. Well, that's cool.
It's a year of the Momoa, so there you go. Any gaming announcements? We got Leon, Old Man Kennedy. He's back now. Japanese fans are calling Leon. Which was kind of leaked. New look, hot uncle or hunk. What are the two? There's already a hunk in there, but Leon Kennedy's playable. Any other?
I will admit when I was wrong. I honestly thought that he was not going to be playable. I thought he was going to be in it, but I did not think that he was going to be playable. But the way they kind of set it up, it looks like he's probably going to be playable for at least half the game. So I mean, good for Resident Evil fans.
I mean, it's just really great that Resident Evil is really going the horror route and trying to go back to what BioShock did for the franchise. I think fans. It's great to have these reimagining or remakes of the original games, but in terms of new content, it's nice to see that it's they're still keeping up with horror, because Village I was kind of
Village was a little even more actiony than scary.
Yeah, right. Which is
even Resident for the Ethan
Evil,
part. Yeah,
Resident Evil kind of was that, but then they kind of reestablished a new tone with Biohazard, and then you're kind of wait, what? Why are we going back to this? So it's nice that they're going full horror, and hopefully they connect all the it's just connect it all.
Yeah,
connect it all.
I think it'd be great. It also we get to see finally a continuation of what happened for Umbrella City after 20 years or whatever. So it's going to be some interesting new lore coming from that. So
connect it all cohesively. Connect it all.
Yeah, exactly. I think for me, the 2 big announcements that really hit home for me, and I was freaking out in the audience, was definitely both the Star Wars games, Fate of the Old Republic and Galactic Racers. I was freaking out. We got Casey Hudson back making another Old Republic game with Lucasfilm's blessing and Star Wars. I don't know how that whole works with BioWare and EA kind of whatever. But hey, we're getting a spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic, so I'll take it. And then pod racing's back, baby.
I know. Oh my gosh, pod racing. I used to spend hours pod racing as a kid. The PC game, Pod Racer, Star Wars Pod Racer. Was that what it was called?
I think it was either Star Wars Racer or Star Wars Pod Racer. I think.
Huh? What did you say, Marcel?
Oh, that was on the N64, was it not? I remember that.
No, I played on PC.
I played it on N64. I don't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Star Wars
Pod Racer
Episode 1 Racer.
Episode 1 Racer. That's basically the pod. Yeah,
that was on 64 as well.
Oh, yeah, no, but they do have it on Steam, so that is true. I don't know when they released it on Steam, but I mean, Galactic Racer also, like, I just, like, I'm so glad we got to see, like, old Sebulba back, like in this with a beard. He's got that now, but also friend of the show, Xavier Nelson Jr. is writing the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
So I was like, he's writing a Star Wars, so he's definitely kicking ass right now.
When you saw Knights of the Republic, Fate of the
Old Republic, yep.
Fate of the Old Republic. I'm like, wait. Did you think Rey, like when you first saw the character?
Yeah. I think there was a few of us that, like, I could hear people reacting, thinking that it was going to be Rey. I think even my friend Liana was beside was also said, like, she thought it might have been Rey, which I was like, that would have been cool. I would have loved to maybe see something like that, but I think this just works even better. Like, there was sort of rumblings in the crowd, like, is this Star Wars? I kind of started caught on a little early on before the reveal of the lightsaber, shot, but it was. I did not expect it to be an Old Republic. I don't think anyone did. Mm-hmm. It was so. I thought when we saw Star Wars Fate, I was like, "Oh, cool, great, another
and then
Star Wars game."
Old Republic.
The Old Republic game, and I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Jason Schreier thinks the game's not coming out until 2030.
Oh, yeah,
but Casey Hudson came out and said, like, no, we're definitely gonna have it out before 2030. Which, who knows? Like, he hasn't made a game since Mass Effect 3. So, and he did help out with the Mass Effect, like the Legendary collection a little bit, but he hasn't made a game since 3. So,
yeah, I mean, 2030 is only 5 years away. So
don't say that; it'll come by too quick.
But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we see that. Although I would be disappointed because I really am tired of studios doing that, where they show a game and then it never comes out because the industry and studio closures. But also Lara is Lara Croft, and they're redoing the original games, and the fact that, like, they're not redoing it in the sense of trying to make it like Uncharted in terms of movement. You see her, she's doing a million flips that are impossible to do that. She's doing the side flips, she's doing all of the flips. But I really like that.
Are here.
Dinosaurs. The tigers they're tigers, right? Yeah, tigers are back too. So I'm really happy that it looks like they're trying to keep it true to the series, but making it feel updated, but in a way where you don't feel like you're losing out if you're a fan of the original two.
Yeah. You get to freeze the butler. That's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, you gotta trap him in the closet. That's what you have to do.
In the fridge, not the big fridge.
When the leaks started happening about, like, of it being a remake, I don't know why in my head I just thought, do we need another remake of the Rise of the Tomb Raider series? Like, we just had that. Like, that technically is sort of a remake. But then when it was real, it was like the very, very first game. I'm like, hell yes. Yeah. I would. Oh my god, yeah. I definitely want to.
And
that one had the anniversary edition too, which that was like another remake, but like it was the same, almost identical controls in a way. But
I think also it'll make everyone, all those trolls, those bro trolls, that was like, oh, Lara Croft, she isn't as feminine as she used to be, blah blah blah. They should be happy with this.
They're still gonna have something to be able to make to not like. But the cool thing is we do have a new Lara Croft actress. Alex Winton Regan is the new actress for both, I think, Lara Croft games. You may have heard her as she was Samantha in Mass Effect 3, or she was the female Inquisitor in Dragon Age Inquisition. She was Aya in Assassin's Creed Origins. And she's been in Dota, so she's definitely got some video game chops for sure. And I think she was also, it says she was Rogue in Cyberpunk 2077 too. So we're definitely getting a very a cool actress to be able to take on the role of Lara Croft. So Camilla Luddington, she did an amazing job in the trilogy, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the new Lara Croft is going to be like. And yeah, I guess we're going to get it like both back to back, 2026 and 2027 for both games. So
did they say, do we think we're going to see this come to Game Pass? Because Xbox, that's what you need to do. Get on that. I have Game Pass, please.
They do have a relationship with Crystal Dynamics.
But this one's
it's
still being made by Crystal, but it's also being produced by Amazon Games. So,
which I don't think they wanted to do that. I think it's faster to come to Luna than Game Pass.
I don't even think that Amazon Games even knows Amazon Luna exists at this point, to be honest. So, I mean, I could see it coming to Game Pass at some point, but probably also on everything else. Maybe not necessarily exclusive to Game Pass.
Yeah.
There was also an. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say what other announcement as well. I guess Divinity 3.
Divinity. Well, just Divinity. We don't even there's no number. There's nothing else.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yes.
That was wild.
That trailer was so insane. It was so good. It was so gory. It was so.
It's like disgusting. Diablo Blizzard levels of.
Well,
gore.
yeah, I was like, is this Diablo? I'm like, wait, are they doing a new arc? I'm like, wait. No, wait a second. Like the whole time, I'm like,
it was weird. Yeah. It was weird watching it, thinking like, is this Diablo? And then we also got a Diablo trailer, but that was more tame than the Divinity trailer, which is so weird considering the last trailer that Diablo 4 did. Like you literally see someone being torn apart, and it's I don't know. It was wild. And then in the theater. I don't know how well it translated again on screen, but they had actors in costumes basically running up the aisles, and then they had like people literally being like thrown up into the air, which was so wild. And then when the trailer started like that, like there was we heard a lot of of cries out of Jesus, like just while that trailer was going on, because damn, that was that.
I mean, if Larian, do just half of what they did with Baldur's Gate, this is going to be a success.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I mean, it is their bread and butter. So
it's great. Yeah, it's just great that like they are similar, but they're not similar games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just great that like instead of doing like a Baldur's Gate 4 or like a DLC content to Baldur's Gate, they're like, no, this is something new.
Yeah,
something you didn't expect.
My guess is probably going to be like a bit of maybe a soft reboot, just by calling just because of the fact that they call it Divinity and not adding a number or whatever. So hopefully it will just kind of open up the franchise a little bit more to more people. Now that they got all this attention on them based off of Baldur's Gate 3. So, I mean, who knows how gory it's going to get? I don't know. That kind of trailer just really not turned me off, but just be like, I don't know. I'm going to have to be careful.
It's definitely like the Last of Us Part 2 trailer where people are like, oh, remember that person's arm got broken off or smashed in or something like that? Or
yeah, but you didn't see you didn't have like literally long shots of somebody being burned alive.
Yes.
Like
and their flesh just like
yeah.
Oh.
What's up for me was the child being like, "Mom, I can't see the burning guy." I'm like, "What?" The child, I can't see the guy who's burning.
Yeah,
that was a part for me. So,
this was a small one, but Orbital. That was like that animation, anime co-op game.
Those are the Switch, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that.
Sorry, yeah. Oh, it's good. Yeah. Control 2.
Control Resonance. Yes. Oh my god.
Oh, so good.
I am so excited for that. Like from moment one, literally, actually, again, as they sort of lowered Jesse's brother into the cage on stage, and then switched that over to the trailer. That was really well done, and the gameplay just looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. I hope they're not turning it into
building. I can't believe it.
I'm hoping it's not going to be more like a Souls-like, in because it kind of has that sort of potential like combat sort of style. But and hopefully there's some good accessibility in that one too, because I would love to be able to play that. I love Control, the first one. I want to see more of that world. Now that Alan Wake, of course, it's in that universe too. So yeah, I'm curious what this is going to be. And I mean, hey, Remedy hasn't steered us wrong before, so.
Yeah. Gang of the Dragon also looked really good as well, if you're a fan of Yakuza games.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that actor's name. He's a Korean
Don
actor.
Lee.
Yeah.
He looks like a badass. Like I was watching, I'm like, Yep, I could see him beating up people. Yep, 100%.
I just want to see what engine they're using. That game look, I'm like, this almost looks so damn real. It's crazy.
I thought maybe I heard that it was Unreal 5, but I can't be certain about that. But either way, hey, the creator of Yakuza basically just gonna make his own again. Okay, yeah, we can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's all yours.
Just give us more of that, please.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the ending game that they picked? Because
Mega Man.
No, it was. See, a lot of people. People think it should have been Mega Man. Honestly, I feel like because people don't even know it was that. What was it called?
Oh, right, with the guys or with the team from Apex and Titanfall, High Guard. Yeah. Here's the thing. What was that game that came out? Like, was it last year, or the year before? It was that magical first-person shooter that EA made.
Oh, Immortals of Avium.
It just looked like a better version of that game, but with like actual proper gunplay. Yeah. It seemed that it looked like they're just kind of throwing everything in the kitchen sink to see what kind of sticks. Yeah. I don't know. I in the room, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, actually, that looks pretty cool. Like I'm in, but I didn't realize that it was that people just didn't like it until afterwards because. I thought
the way
how
he hyped it up was like, no one leaked this, and no one I can't believe it didn't leak. I'm like, I don't think anyone was looking for this, Jeff.
See, I felt like it wasn't leaked. I felt like it wasn't like hyped. I felt like that was just written in the script, and it was delivered as like, yeah, no one saw this one coming, but like as in like, okay, this shouldn't be the end game. Like, the Game Awards team probably knew that shouldn't have been the end game. I wonder if there were. I feel like
you should have like either make it Mega Man or made it the Star Wars Fate game. That should have been
the Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool.
Like, wow, what a great ending this was. But this High Guard, and then they paid a lot of money for that spot. By the way, let's just be honest here. That I feel like that was just like, oh, this is the last game. Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it was fine, but I mean, honestly, it was just more of if that's what you're interested in, if you're looking for a new like Apex like game, but with a cool setting, then sure. But I think that it's kind of hit or miss with folks. It wasn't the grand appeal that I think they should have been. I mean, I think a lot of people also were just upset that it wasn't Half-Life 3.
Yes.
So, because otherwise, I think that's
game true.
Yeah. Even like the people I was sitting near were like, just come on, just give us Half-Life 3. Just give us Half-Life 3.
Just do it. Just do it.
But no such luck for us this year.
We did get to see Mario movie, a little sneak peek. Luigi.
Yeah, more of it.
A little knee kick, a little flying knee kick, So.
Also, like Luigi. Okay, Luigi.
Listeners, Sakurai needs some new move sets for Smash Brothers that's coming up, right? So
yeah, I'm sure.
Take some inspiration from this movie, So
probably stole some of the Rosalina's moves from the first trailer. So yeah, I think that I will admit I completely forgot that they had that at the Game Awards until you just brought it up because I was like, oh yeah, right, all right, they did have something.
High Guard. I feel like a lot of people are going to forget about it as well. So, I'm just saying, I don't know. People are already comparing it to Concord. I'm like, don't do that. Give the game a chance.
Don't curse them. Yeah, don't curse them. Yeah, but I feel like overall, like through the announcements, it was like a well-paced show with surprises. Yes. There were like at the end of it, other than Fate. It's like there weren't any like, oh my gosh, I like completely did not see that coming. That like, I feel like would break the internet. And
I like the Mega Man tribute that they play like the music and he recognizes like how influential and like how much Mega Man does matter to the gaming like history. He was like, he had the whole orchestra playing the song and everything. So
well, I mean, Mega Man is integral to the industry, but
people just forget that because he doesn't show up as often as the others, So
and I think just appeals to a certain type of gamer that isn't necessarily always mainstream. But But I think the Game Awards did a really good job and not making it feel like it was dragged on. Like there wasn't, one of the, I think, criticisms we often have when we talk about the Game Awards as a group. It's like, it was long. It seemed so long. Yeah, the Game Awards was long, but it didn't really feel long when I was watching it. Yeah, there may be like a trailer, some gotcha game that like I lose interest or lost interest in, but I don't overall.
We
like,
all look the same.
I didn't feel like it was like a long show.
Yeah, definitely agree.
In the room, it felt long.
I can imagine that.
Because I remember at one point I was like looking at my it was at my watch like a few times and being like, wow, it's already like 8:00, which is like it was 3.5 hours of just sitting there. But I mean, it was fine. It was. Yeah. I think I still agree. I think it definitely was more well paced than previous years and had a good balance. I think of games announced. Plus, also the people the acceptance speeches felt like it was like they were actually given time to like they weren't being played off stage. Even when that one moment where it's like they were starting to play off somebody, but they stopped the music real quick to let them. Let them talk.
Was it for Claire Obscura?
Yeah,
it was the singer, the
audio
performers,
team?
Basically.
Yeah.
It was a couple that went up on stage. Which,
by the way, I honestly thought he was gonna go propose to her for some reason.
I thought so too. I thought we're gonna get a proposal.
He kept looking at her. I'm like, and he started pulling something out. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna propose to her.
He's gonna do it.
He's gonna do it. Like it's honestly seemed like it. Yeah.
But I think for me. The thing that I will criticize, at least on the awards aspect, was definitely there were a lot of like sped through categories than they did. Like I think they a lot of like the indie awards were sped through, the action RPG it seemed as if that they only focused on like a select few categories where the people that they actually had on stage, and I get that Jeff has to try to balance of announcements with the awards, because it's the announcements that what pays for the awards, but also the people don't necessarily are watching it for the awards, quote unquote. But I think that's probably the only criticism I had, is that it seemed as if that there was more like categories that used to be on stage that weren't anymore. And I don't know if that's a trend of things to come, or if that's a sign that maybe some categories are going to get cut in the future. I don't know. I think there was even a few of us that afterwards were kind of speculating, could they do a separate showcase, winter show or summer game fest or winter game fest showcase and an award show, but one wouldn't survive without the other, because one would never be able to pay for the other. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's probably the main criticism I have, is that definitely like the awards felt a lot more sidelined this year. I think it could have been maybe that essentially that Expedition 33 was pretty much winning everything, so they could breeze through a lot of that. There wasn't really any surprise in that at all. So maybe that's how they let Jeff kind of like format the show, because he knew that everything was going to be given Expedition 33. So maybe that might have been it. But hopefully this is not a trend that's going to be like, okay, for future years we're only going to focus on like 4 awards on stage and the rest are all like breeze through.
I feel like the team was like going through all these categories in this economy. I think it was definitely like more of a money thing, because it's like you have to pay more people to make the show longer, which then people will complain about anyways, and then it may not feel as tight. I don't know if there were categories that were different that they didn't go like dedicate time to compared to last year. But I always feel like with the Game Awards and the Game Awards, like they're always just like kind of speeding through. Like they'll give like 2 awards back to back, and the devs don't get to come up, or like even with the pre-show, right? It's like, okay, let's just get these categories that we don't want to talk about. That's the point of the pre-show, where I feel like they really should find a purpose for the pre-show other than just doing that.
I think the difference between like when he just kind of breezes through the categories versus the pre-show is, at least for the pre-show, you still get the developers accepting the awards, even if it's not on the stage.
Some of them,
Yeah. So I like, which I'm personally okay with, because right now the accessibility category is in the pre-show, and it has been for the past 3 years. So unless I just hope it doesn't slide into one of those, like, here's the nominees and now here's the winner, congrats, and then move on, kind of categories. Like, I still appreciate that they do have the devs accept for that, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those, I think time will tell whether or not that's going to be, this is a trend of how Jeff is sort of trying to be able to format the show, versus it was just an odd year because Expedition 33 was winning everything.
Yeah.
So.
And for everyone to say that a studio can only win so many, no, let the other studios step up their game. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't need, just because one wins one award doesn't mean that another one should win the other. If they deserve to win that category, they deserve to win the category. So
it's not the pity awards. Like, can I get a ribbon too? No, step up your game.
Oh, was it like 9 out of the 12 nominations for Extras and 33s they won?
Yeah, I think it was 11 nominations, but 9.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a record. So
I remember one that they lost to, like, Wuthering Heights or something like that, or Wuthering Isles or whatever.
Yeah, that and
which honestly,
audio. They lost audio to Battlefield, which it's by Motive. So Canadians saving the day once again. So
they did take art direction, though. Poor Kojima. Although I think he was just praising them. I think he was.
People were saying he was rolling eyes. I don't know.
I don't think he was rolling his eyes. I feel like it was more like of course they're gonna win kind of thing. Like, of course they're gonna win. Like, they're an amazing game.
Sounds like he
praises. He praises. He's praised Expedition on his socials multiple times.
Yes,
as a great game. So I think, like, it's appreciation and people are looking into things.
Step up your game, Kojima.
Yeah.
I will say, though, so there's 30 categories in the Game Awards. For a 2-hour show, that would mean to give away in each category, it would be 4 minutes per category.
It's 3-hour show.
But I know, but I'm just saying, 2 hours of, like, awards, 1 hour of fun. Yeah. I mean, still, that's very close cutting it. Time, but I do think there is maybe a deeper conversation there, because this is a conversation I feel like a lot of people revisit with the Game Awards. It's like, should it be restructured in how the Game Awards are presented? Yes, like the pre-show, you give some awards away, but should the pre-show be also the fun, and like the award show should just be the awards? And everyone gets like a moment on stage, even if it's like earlier today they won, like, for accessibility, blah, blah, blah. Give it up to our devs and like letting them, even if it's not a speech, have like their moment on camera where the camera cuts to the team and like, they're with their award. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
I feel like you will kind of lose viewership for that, though.
That's the thing I would be, because I think the
award
viewership
show already do that. Award show already do that. You look at like People's Choice, MTV. Yeah. They will have that backstage
where are they now?
Camera.
They're not here anymore.
well, even Golden Globes.
Golden Globes, yeah.
But they have like that backstage camera that will have like the winner of a category that may not have been presented in this show, and when they cut to break, that team's there. Like, it's tough because you have to balance out so many awards with the time and money it does take to put on production. It's a tough feat. But yeah, I completely agree with you too, Steve. Like, it sucks that some teams are not given like their moment.
Sure. Yeah. That's why I said I think like this year's probably a bit of an outlier just because of like how many awards the one game won. So I think they could just focus in on balancing out with more trailer announcements and stuff. Like I said, next year will be the real telling point of whether or not this is like a trend that's happening with Jeff and the awards, or it was just an outlier. Because I agree with you. Like, I think that I would love to be able to see more focus on the awards itself, but one doesn't like you're not going to get as many people to tune in. I mean, there's a reason why that like every year the Jeff and his team, they announce like how many viewers they got more than they did previous years. Like it's still constantly growing audience, and I can only imagine with the fact that it was streaming on Prime. Like I can only imagine what that number is now. So I think it just it's something they use to be able to sell like that advertising. And even with the rumor of a 3-minute trailer now costs $1 million to be able to be played at the Game Awards. Like that's. Like you got to pay for it. I'm not. I think it's too much to be able to spend, especially for like any team that wants to be able to get any recognition or any sort of promotion. But it's like you can't just sort of like not like say it just needs to it needs to change and drastically. I think it is what it is right now. There's nothing that can be able to stop it.
But they can put like even with the pre-show and accessibility, they can do what other award shows do. It's like going to break. You have that moment, but like earlier, like a voiceover.
Oh, like
accessibility.
In the room. Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah. Like it's in the room where it's like it's not like its own award show. It's like during the show, whether it's going to commercial, you have a camera on that team. You have them with their game award. You have the camera cut to them. A voiceover saying, "Congrats to that team." Yeah. Go to the commercial. It's just like and coming back from the commercial, you do another award that was in the pre-show just so that everyone gets recognized in the main show, even if they got their acceptance speech or moment in the pre-show.
Yeah, because even in the room, I mean, it's anytime they go to break now, they actually like actively say, okay, well, and coming up after, and then after the break, but kind of, and then they show a bunch of other trailers or ads. They basically they do put them up on the side screen, so you even in the room, what's a commercial break and what's not. So yeah, I could see them basically like doing maybe something like that. I think maybe for like. Not like because for me, I hope that I know you use the example of accessibility, but for me personally, the accessibility category should still be on the main stage because it started on the main stage. Like now, it's being kind of like relegated to smaller a notice, and I hope that it doesn't keep getting smaller and smaller to the point where it could potentially be gone. But I do think that's like categories that have already been in that sort of sense, like the esports awards or the creator of the year, that kind of thing. I think that stuff like that, I could see that being like awarded during on like in the room, but not on the show, just to kind of like potentially save time. I could see that potentially happening too.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, Steve, what's going on for you for the rest of the week?
The rest of the week is basically just trying to finish up some work from behind the scenes for just some consulting stuff, and then just getting ready for Christmas. So I'm gonna be going home to see the family next week, and it's gonna be good.
Hell yeah! And Camille, what about you?
Christmas, and my nephew's birthday is tomorrow, so I'm trying to find him a gift. I'm trying to find. I don't know. I want to get him a Mario game for his Switch. He just got a Switch. But I don't know which one. I'm figuring that out. And then, also playing more Tetris, but also trying to get in other games. Because I can't just play Tetris all the time.
Yeah. I've been wanting
so many hours in Tetris. It's ridiculous.
I've been wanting to dive back into Red Dead Redemption since like it came out on remaster on consoles. I had it for like on PC, remaster on PC for a while, but I just never got back into it. So I think over the holidays, I don't know, maybe this might be a topic for next week, but like the games to play over the holidays. But
what's on our backlog? Like
yeah. So
I'm glad you mentioned next week because there is no episode next week.
Oh, that's right.
Going back the following week because we have our game of the year. The real awards. All right.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about that now. Yeah. So our annual Game of the Year top list for the gaming podcast. We will be doing that again, and we've already got the nomination form up and running for for everyone here and on the show, and so. We're going to be, I'll be putting all that together, and we'll see come December 30th or December 31st, I guess. It's going to go on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So just before literally before we ring the bell on 2026, we're going to have our Game of the Year episode. So stay tuned for that because I have a feeling it's going to be a very interesting list this year.
It's going to be Camille's Tetris. That's all it's going to be.
Just all Tetris.
All Tetris.
And maybe Death Stranding.
In the Death Strand, that's right. For me, more meetings and Christmas shopping and everything. I'm gonna go see my aunt and my mom right now. I'm gonna very quickly, and but I'm also gonna be on Twitch public access this Friday. So if you're not doing anything at 2 p.m. Eastern time, that's where I'm gonna be. So come check me out. Yeah, come hang out. So, but we all see you here on the 30th. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Boxing Day, all the other holiday goodness, Christmas Eve, and all that goodness. So we'll see you all here on the we'll see you all here on the 31st. I'll see you guys on the 30th.
Yes.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.